Welcome to the What's Up Verdict podcast. We fashion ourselves cinematic judge and jury. My name is JJ Crowder. I'm here with my co-hosts Mattson Heiner.
Better red than dead.
And Alec Burgess.
Let's get it.
We appreciate you tuning in. Go ahead and hit that follow, subscribe, like, bell notification buttons. Tell a friend about us. Tell a family member about us. Tell someone in a wedding party about us. Maybe if you're getting married, tell you all of your party, your bridal party or wedding party. I don't know. Just tell everybody at your wedding. That's all that matters. Especially you bridesmaids, I guess. Look, we're week three of Alec's month, and this is the epitome of Alec's month. Yeah, chick flicks. We're here. We're gonna talk about it here in week 3. Bridesmaids. It was released May 13th, 2011. It was written by Kristen Wiig and Annie Mumolo. It was directed by Paul Feig. It stars Kristen Wiig, Maya Rudolph, Rose Byrne, Terry Crews, Tom Yee, Elaine Cow, Michael Hitchcock, Kaylee Hawk, Rebel Wilson, and Matt Lucas. It's about competition between the maid of honor and a bridesmaid over who is the bride's best friend, threatens to upend the life of an out-of-work pastry chef.
Is it really a competition, though?
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like it was very one-sided.
Yeah, I mean, I'm interested to hear. I mean, I know why you picked this. But
100% to torture you and Mattson. There was no other reason. There was no other reason for picking this movie. I hate it. I despise Bridesmaids in every single way possible. But I also knew that as much as I hate it, I'm pretty sure you guys hate it more. And I've been nice for like 2 hours, so it was really time to just start being a dick again. That's it. There's no other reason.
You succeeded. You succeeded. I'm assuming, Mattson, that you had seen this movie before.
You know, it's funny you say that. I have. I didn't see all of it all the way. I saw it from like just before, like halfway through, maybe a little bit more than that. So I'd seen most of it, but I didn't see like the beginning genesis of it. But I'd seen it fairly recently for the first time, maybe like 6 months ago or something.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Yeah. I fucking hate this movie. Look, I saw this movie in the theater, and I don't want to get so Casey is obsessed with Kristen Wiig. Did we watch Adventureland for the podcast? We did, right? I think we did. Yeah, just like
maybe.
Yeah, we did Adventureland.
I don't really like her.
I like her in moments. Like I enjoy her when she did a couple Saturday Night Live for a little while, and then she's done. I like her in certain moments. This isn't it. Like she can't carry a movie. And the worst part is you have at least 2 people in Rose Byrne and why I had to have Alec tell me her name again. Melissa McCarthy. I should know it's Jenny McCarthy's cousin. Melissa McCarthy both can carry a movie, but Kristen Wiig cannot. And neither really can Maya Rudolph. She's another one that's really funny in parts.
Okay, they're hating on Bridesmaids right now.
I hate it.
That's stupid. It's not a good movie.
I thought you kind of liked it.
No.
You like dumb movies.
Laugh at it.
Man of the people right here.
Movie.
Yeah.
Especially for chick flicks and stuff, it's not a good
I thought she was going to defend this a little bit.
No,
All right, let's
no.
Okay. Alex just picked it because he knew we'd hate it.
Because when you get creamed, it's really poorly done. It's really awkward. Kristen Wiig's kind of annoying. The guy they pick's not even cute for the guy.
There you have it.
It's funny. It's rare that I agree on a movie.
Movies.
Should we be done? I think we just did it.
There it is. 5 minutes in, and we're ready to be done. But she's not wrong. It's not good. It's not good. I was telling Alec when I was bitching about it earlier. Like, So The Hangover came out in whatever 2008, whatever it was, and for like 3 to 5 years after that, we got nothing but like
they kept trying to find it.
yeah, the copycat versions of it, and like there's like at least a couple of these movies that were around this time frame, like Bridesmaid. There was another one where they went to Vegas and they accidentally killed the stripper or whatever. There was like a handful of these movies, and they just don't work. But I think this one's the most egregious to me. Like I just don't like this movie. And how do they make this movie over 2 hours long? Like, what the fuck?
That's the real crime.
Yeah, like we just finished talking about a movie that was 90 minutes long in perfection in timing. And then you watch this fucking slog where I'm like, this, because it has moments that are really funny. But when it's bad, it's really bad. And then when it starts to drag because it's bad and it's fucking long, and I'm like, I swore I'd never watch this movie again. There's a lot of these movies that Alex somehow makes me watch that I swore I would never watch again. Fucker.
Can we talk about a part that is really funny though? Let's talk about the bathroom scene. Like the wedding dress bathroom scene. For me, what this movie did get right, when Melissa McCarthy, who I'm not a huge fan of, but when she in her doses, when she does hit it right, she's like, "Look away! What do we eat? The sinks are goner. It's coming out of me like lava." I mean, that scene. Oh my gosh! Like she killed that. That they killed me. Like I died during that scene. It was so funny. And then Helen or whatever. No, what's her name? Not Helen. Sorry, Banksy. The actual bride, when she got up to the street and like just squatted down, and you're like, oh my gosh, it's happening. Like, that whole scene, that was probably my favorite part of the movie.
What about you, Alec? What do you think of that scene?
I just laugh. I feel like they went a little bit overboard with it, to the point where I'm kind of like, okay, you can get your point across with less, right? And so the one that I'm like, oh, you went too far, is, I don't remember her name, but she's the girl who was also in the office for a little bit. But she comes in like after the fact and pukes on whoever's puking in the toilet. That's where I'm like, who?
Yeah.
Like that was the proverbial line. I was like, oh, you found it, and then you crossed it, and 2-foot jump over that sucker.
Yeah.
But the rest of it, I'm just cracking up. Because it's a crime for a bridesmaid dress.
You didn't laugh during that scene, Jay?
Oh, no. Listen, I do. But I also like, I'm with Alec. Like there's parts, okay, Melissa McCarthy sitting in the sink, like saying fuck it, and just sits in the sink and starts shitting in the sink. Hilarious. I find the funniest part of that scene though is when it cuts back to Kristen Wiig and she looks like she's been in a shower because she's sweating so much, and she's puts the almond in her mouth and like
refreshing.
Rose Byrne's like fucking with her. Like that moment to me is where in that scene I'm dying. And then I'm not gonna lie, like when Maya Rudolph's character runs out in the road and like starts to slow down and like, oh yeah, it's happening. And she's like, go around. Like that part makes me laugh. But I think they did it too long. Like you could have had, to Alex's point, like while she's shitting in the sink before the other girl starts coming in and puking and whatnot, you could have ended that scene 2-3 times and it would have had a more maximum impact than just dragging it out.
See, I'm not gonna fight you on that. The one I felt like much more than that was the car scene where they're trying to get the cops' attention so he can help at the end, and they did all the shenanigans in the car. They went back and forth, like, I don't know, felt like 10 times. It was probably like 7 or 8, but that was the classic to me. I was like, all right, like this is too much. Like you did 3 jokes too many. Like let's just close the book on that.
Yeah,
that's it. That's like a huge problem throughout the movie, because then you can even go back to the roommates, right? So Rebel Wilson and I don't know the guy's name, but Tweedledee and Tweedledum from the new Alice in Wonderland movie.
Yeah,
like there's 5 or 6 interactions, and I knew everything I needed about them after one. and it's not funny. Like Rebel Wilson, I think is funny.
Yeah.
Not in this. It's just weird. And it drags out, but all these things, where they take a scene, they stretch it out just a little bit too long, adds to the overall runtime, right? And so then it contributes to this slog, whereas by themselves, like if you have the dress trying on scene, right, and that's the one that you stretch out, it's fine. And then everything else you can, that's your one kind of big scene or whatever it is. But they decided to put 15.
Yeah, they could have cut out the whole room. That would have saved maybe like close to 10 minutes. That's a good point, Alec. Although I will say, if they had to show any of them, the tub scene, I was like, whoa.
Show that one where it's like, let me borrow your razor, and then just start. That's all I need to know. I don't need to know anything else.
Yeah.
That was funny. I was like, oh, I wasn't expecting that.
Well, and I think that's like the epitome of this. The problem that we were talking when I was talking about, like when The Hangover came out, that group of people, like that ensemble of characters and actors worked really well. I think to me, the core of the problem with this movie is this ensemble of actors, actresses, and characters don't work together because you have three that are just hilarious. Like, even if you don't like them, you can't help, like, because I used to not love Melissa McCarthy. She grew on me over time, but she's funny. Even if you don't like her, you can't help. There's moments that she has where you can't help but laugh. Same thing with Kristen Wiig most of the time. Like, she has moments where she's funny. Rose Byrne is very funnier than you'd think she is. And so those three, I'm like, okay, but then I lose track of the other three. And then when you bring in the main character, you bring in the other two of these bridesmaids, I'm just like, eh. And so it's just weird. And then there just becomes too much. And that's the other problem is this production group, Superbad, Knocked Up, 40-Year-Old Virgin, have hilarious moments, but they always take it too far. They go to the extreme. Knocked Up's a really funny movie to me, but they do it even in that. So it's just, and this one's really like that. They just go.
Well, they really, if you talk about another scene, they could have really done without or done it very fast. So the airplane scene, they had a lot of different things going on. The flight attendant, the drugging, the air marshal. The air marshal joke paid off later. We can talk about that. The whole scene with the food that I hadn't seen before. They had seen that was disturbing and very funny and very disturbing. That paid off in the best way. Like, that was fine. But most of that, like, that was like 12 to 15 minutes. And they even had the 2-bit characters that were talking about men and like needing the alcohol. There was just a lot going on. Or the person Kristen was sitting next to, that I had a dream this plane's going down. Like, you already have so much going on though that you needed, like JJ was saying, I think picking and choosing your battles. Because there were a lot of funny things in this movie. We haven't even talked about the little puppies, like Melissa McCarthy, another really funny scene. They had enough of them, but they, like you said, Jay's production crew likes to just throw 5 too many. You could have made this movie an hour and 40 minutes, focus on the spots that were really funny outright, and maybe this would have just been a better movie overall.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't know, maybe this, I also think it would have been funnier if it was less about this stupid competition between the two of them, like where they're trying to one up each other, and it was just, she fucking bungled everything. You know what I mean? Instead of like having the comparative pieces of it, because that part got old. Like, I think it was funny that she decided not to eat the meat, right? But then every other time when they're like having that tension in the back and forth between her and Rose Byrne and Kristen Wiig, I'm like, it lost me. Like, the scenes of the fuck ups were funny enough. Like, I don't need you to make it awkward and weird with this uncomfortable battle of wills that are going on. And I'm like, I don't even understand the point of it. Just have her make this incompetent weirdo her fucking bridesmaid or maid of honor, and she fucks it up constantly, right? Like, that would have been funnier to me than inserting this weird battle of who can be the best bride, like maid of honor. And I don't know, it just felt so forced that I just get lost in it. And without the little bits, and like having Melissa McCarthy's actual husband play a freaking air marshal and then have a weird food scene with them later because they can do that. Yeah, it's just there's certain things that I'm just like,
Oh,
it
that
just
was her
didn't-
actual
yeah,
husband?
that's her actual husband. Yeah.
Oh, that makes a lot more sense why that was even more uncomfortably cringy then, because
Yeah.
they can do that. That was when put the ham or salami on the nipple and like
Yeah.
what?
Look, don't
Like,
knock it till you try it, man.
oh my gosh, dude. I don't like Subway just because I think it's a boring thing to get out to eat because you can make a good sandwich at home, but that surely reinforced why I don't go get a sandwich. My gosh. Ooh-wee, dude. As far as extra cutscenes go, like that was something.
Yeah. Yep. No, they're married in real life. At least they were. I don't know. It's not like I follow them, so I don't know if they actually still are.
That
But
explains a lot.
Yeah.
The other thing I was going to say about this movie, and Tay would attest to this if she wanted to chime in, the two, the bride's soon to be husband and the crush for Kristen Wiig's character, both like, I mean, as far as Hollywood goes and what these movies get at, like both not for like super attractive dudes. They're kind of just like meh. Especially the bride's husband. He totally like, I don't know. Did he look? He had like a butterball face going on. Like, she definitely like did not marry up. She married down. And the guy, you have something to say?
The point of a chick flick is to sit there and oogle at the people. There's no oogling in this. It's just cringy cringe. That's all I gotta say. You guys picked terrible movies, by the way. I could have given you like 50 other ones, but just saying, it's fine.
You're welcome.
It was Alex.
You're
Alex
welcome.
Is that why they were all bad?
What do you think?
I mean, they weren't all bad.
Bridesmaids is terrible. That's all I gotta say. It's not a real chick.
Okay.
Yeah,
It is. According to, everybody, it is a real chick flick. Didn't say it was a good one. It's a terrible chick flick.
It's funny to hear you talk about bad movies, Tay, because you like really dumb movies sometimes.
I have good enough taste to refer to other people. I know my movies are dumb when they're dumb.
Do you?
Yeah, but you're my husband, so you get to watch whatever I watch.
Do you? That made me happy. Do you? You're gonna pay for that later, sir.
I do agree with Tay's point. Like the love interest, I'm like, I don't know. I feel like maybe they didn't have the budget, but I didn't really care for the cop. To be honest,
Well, sure. Well, and it's funny because they used their budget on what's her bucket's fuck buddy.
John Hamm. Now he was funny. I did like him.
Yeah, like that whole.
I don't really know how to say this without sounding like a dick, but really want you to leave.
Yeah.
Like, okay, leave. Bye.
Yeah. Well, and the aggressive, weird ass, like it's just, yeah. But that shit was funny. But then the weird dude and the other dude, like, is just like, wait, what? Like, it's weird. He's funny. Again, he's one that's like, he's funny, but in this movie, he's wasted.
See, it didn't really, I don't know, it didn't really work. It was just another thing that I wasn't really feeling what they were trying to put down with it as much. And they just had a lot of different things they were trying to tell. It was like, wait, is this more about the bridesmaids thing? Or is this, yes, this is a chick flick. We need to have her have like a love interest and hope. But like, where are we going with this?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the love interest thing doesn't work. Like in this movie, like it just doesn't. I don't care if they, and I think that's a big problem with this movie in general is I just don't care. Period. Like if this, I'd rather see this wedding like go up in flames than actually be successful. Like I just don't fucking care. It just doesn't. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, or when the bride has the meltdown and they have like the reconciliation moment, it's just like,
Yeah.
Really? Like, I don't know. It didn't have, there was no emotional connection or landing. You were like, oh, okay, this is the comeback moment. Like we're all good again. It's like, okay.
Yeah. Well, not to mention that there's no way they're making up. Like after all the shit that happens, like the dress trying on, like somebody had to pay for the shit dress. Like, and like, it's just not gonna, nope. You're not gonna be friends. I'm not gonna be friends. If I ate something that made me that sick and I'm shitting in the middle of the street with a wedding dress on that cost probably tens of thousands of dollars, we're not friends anymore. You know what I mean?
Wow. You heard it here first. JJ might be my best shallow friend.
Hey, I'm telling you right now, I will put up with a lot, but if you got me shitting in the street, I'm probably out.
I like how you said probably.
Probably. Well, I mean,
leaving that door crack, JJ.
Who's gonna play video games with you on a Saturday night?
myself.
I'm more fun than just yourself.
That's fair, but you're also not going to take me to some shitty Brazilian fucking restaurant and have me shit myself.
Well, I'd be shitting with you, so we do it together.
Yeah, I mean, well, and I guess the real thing is I'm going to go into that place and go, nah, let's go to the fucking Chinese joint down the street. I'm not fucking eating here, boys. I can barely eat fucking normal food without shitting myself a little bit. So why the fuck would I eat that shit? Like, get the fuck out of here.
It's a cleanse. Okay. A cleanse.
Yeah, but when you live a life when you can look at greens and I'm cleansed, I'm not eating rotten ass meat. That's asking for fucking trouble.
You gotta cook it more. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Oh god. What was it? Was it Brazilian food or was it? I couldn't remember. Like, and I've never been a fan of like a. What's that?
You don't like Tucanos in Utah?
No. Well, so the first time I experienced it was in Scottsdale, Arizona, actually. There was a Rodizio grill right there on, was it Shea? Shea and what's the other one that run Franklin? I don't remember. Anyway, two major roads, like there was a Rodizio grill, and I don't know if it's still there. It's back in like 2003, but that was the fucking the family took us there, and I was like, oh, this is weird. They're fucking cutting meats off a stick right at your table. I'm like, how many people have fucking touched this? Like, I can't. It was a bother for me. Like, I also don't like fucking, like, the work parties were like, bring your own. I'm out. I'm not doing this buffet shit. Like, I don't know what your kitchen looks like. I'm not eating it. So, yeah, I struggled.
Look, that extra dirt seasoning, JJ. That's what that is.
Yeah, it's texture. It gives it a little crunch.
A little toenail clippings in there. You'll be fine.
But that's I've done too many things and that allowed me to go into people's houses at random or and I'm like walking in going, I don't want to eat their food. And so it's like I can't.
JJ, you one of those people that someone brings you homemade cookies and you're like, I don't know enough about you. These are going straight to the trash.
Mm-hmm. I re-gift a lot of gifts that are left at my doorstep. Like cookies and fucking snacks and treats and shit that are homemade that get stuck at my door. If I don't know who, there's certain family members or like certain people in the neighborhood that when they drop it off, I get excited about their cookies. Others, I don't.
Word to the wise people: just put weed in your desserts. You drop them off at the Crowder household. JJ will probably eat them.
That's completely and utterly fair. You just tell me, and I'll make do with some dirt in my food if there's goodies in it. But if you just bring me like those fucking sugar cookies with the Hershey's Kisses in them, and I've never seen your kitchen. It's probably going on somebody else's doorstep down the road. It's a good thing none of my neighbors listen to us. I'm just saying. I'll tell you what. I love it when the ward in our area starts dropping shit off from my parents. My parents are both diabetic. They're not eating sugar and candy. That shit goes right to another house. There's a lady that drops fudge every year. I eat the shit out of that fudge. Like, it's delicious. And I've been in her house and she's clean.
Well, what JJ is also not telling us is his partner, aka Casey, is also one of the best bakers that I have ever had the privilege of eating from. She is quite good. She'll probably be in those like one of those baking competitions for at-home bakers on like the Food Network because I feel like she'd do pretty decent. She'd also be great for television because when the pressure comes in, I don't know exactly what type of casing we'd be getting on TV, but I'd be here for it.
Somebody in Chopped might be getting murked in the middle of the episode. the great British Baking Show. American ruins the Great British Baking Show. And she murders
the
half
producer
the
would
cast.
have to come in and be like, we do have like early teenagers that watch this. We need let's dial it back just a little bit.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
don't look like you're stabbing someone with your eyes.
That's fair. That and like the beep, like you get no fucking words in edgewise because they'd be filming her station and beep 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 beep. And none of this behind shit where they walk behind. Get the fuck out of my way.
Yeah, she'd be throwing shoulders at people.
Fucking move. She has no kitchen etiquette. Yeah.
She can bake though.
Oh, that is truth. And we keep our kitchen very clean.
There's a reason why JJ can't really pull. Like if he said he was going on a diet, I'd be like, Jay, I'm sorry, but next time she tries to bake, all the progress is gone.
Yeah, it doesn't work. Like
it'd be gone for me too. I'd be 30 pounds heavier if I lived there too.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's great because I'm the taste tester, but it's bad because I'm the taste tester. And she's got these high quality control standards. Like that's another reason. Like I can't. She'll fucking cookies. There's like a pile of shit. She's like, yeah, it didn't pass quality control because there's like a smudge in the frosting or
JJ's over there like,
and I'm like,
pretty good.
Yeah. Sometimes she'll walk away and I'll be like, put my finger in the frosting over there to make it. That one doesn't pass quality control. It's true. Not true. I have never sabotaged any of her baking.
Casey's listening.
Good save.
Yeah. On the off chance she actually watches this episode, she's not here right now. She's traveling, but on the off chance, I don't want to get. It's like we talked about in our. If you listen to our Patreon, there'll be a pre-clip that you'll see where we talk about me waking up penisless.
Casey, I hope you do listen to this. Please send me goodies. Like I know you usually do it for people that are in person. I get it. It's the right thing to do. Things don't ship as well, but I miss your baked goods. They're so good. I'd put up with being in JJ's freezing cold house for your food.
Yeah, it's delicious. She made muffins.
It's a weird place to be because the kitchen can be nice and warm. You walk 5 feet away from the oven. It can be a cold place in hell.
Oh yeah. Usually that's the first thing I do. She starts baking. If I'm in the kitchen with her, that sliding door gets opened. I don't care what time of year it is.
I know.
Unless it's summer. If it's summer, then
summer.
Yeah,
but your summer house, it's you go outside, come back in, you're like in an igloo because you're rightfully so that AC's working, but JJ's got his AC technician on like speed dial too. That just can't go down.
Who are you shitting? I pay a monthly fucking membership to my heating and air conditioning. At my HVAC guys, I have them on fucking retainer. No shit.
They love JJ. They're like, hey, we got some new souped up coolant. They're like, call Mr. Crowder. He'll get it.
Oh, fucking A, right. Yeah, no, when she starts baking in the summer, I have a standing air conditioner, like portable air conditioner that goes on in the kitchen because it's fucking sauna in my house and I can't.
JJ's only walking in for goodies and getting out quick, but he's already sweating bullets.
I usually will meet her at the door and be like, I'll see you when you're done. It's fucking miserable. Fucking horrid in there. She turns that goddamn convection oven on and I'm like, oh fuck. It gets so hot. And then she's usually making something else that she like toppings and shit that she's like making a sauce or something. And I'm like, turn all the fucking heat off. Like, I hate it. Thankfully, most of the baking she does in bulk is during the cooler months of the year. So anyway, we're
rate this
off topic yet. I was like, yeah, should we rate Bridesmaids since we all hate it and Alex just torturing us?
Yeah.
All right, Alex.
Rate this stupid movie, Alex.
I'm gonna give this a very, very, very generous 0.
Nice. Nice.
I will watch this again, but it will only be because I'm torturing somebody else who has never seen it before.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Massive. Yeah, it's terrible. Mattson.
Oh, what am I going to rate this? It's not a 0, but it's way too long, way too exaggerated. it does have some funny parts to be talked to. Can't get away from that, but I'll give it a 1. I've seen many worse things, but this movie's long. Like I forgot when Jay just says, like, damn, this movie is long. It's a 1. I don't think I'll ever watch it again. But if there was a couple parts, I mean, I'll remember some, like the food porn scene, the 9 puppies in the van. Really, like anything in that Melissa McCarthy was a part of. Like, I don't love her, but she is funny, like outright funny. I have to give her credit, and she did make this movie funny. Other than that, no, this movie's trash.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop on the 1 train as well. Look, we've watched fucking Moonfall and goddamn dolphin sex, so I can't give it less than a 1 because at least it's not those 2 movies. But it's bad. It's long. It drags on. It's not that funny most of the time, and when it is, they take it too far. They hit a joke and then they fucking ruin the same joke 2 minutes later, and so it's like, just stop. So I just don't. Yeah, and I will. The one good thing about Alec torturing us on the podcast, as he tends to do, is that once I've watched this movie now, I don't ever have to watch this movie again. The only reason I've watched this movie since the last time before this most recent time was because of the goddamn podcast. So now that it's done, I'll never watch this movie again.
We should do a month of greatest hits and greatest misses, and then rewatch movies.
It'll never happen again now that I know that some movies will end up on that list. Like, I think that'd be a great idea, except for Alec will purposely make sure that my life's hell for a month.
July is just Sheet Ice. Tomorrow, Moonfall, Bridesmaids.
Jeez, that's just torture. Yeah, 1 for me, and I will actively do everything I can to never watch this shitty movie again. So there it is. Week 3 in the books. Only 1 left. Looking forward to that one. Should be fun. But Alec, tell everybody where they can find us.
Happy to. Thank you for tuning in to week 3 of my month. Once again, the greatest month to ever month. Special thanks to our patrons, Rich and CB, for making a selection on this month and for picking the movie to torture JJ and Mattson with it. I appreciate you guys very, very much. Patreon's the best place to get involved with the content, guys. So find us there at What's Our Verdict Reviews, where we have votes going out to anybody who wants to join in on the Patreon. No payment required to get involved with the voting process to vote on movies that we're going to be doing in the future. We also have, what is it up to now? Close to 450 behind the scenes episodes, outtakes, goodies that are behind a paywall, but it's about doubling the What's Our Verdict content. So if you guys like what you see, go ahead and join us there at What's Our Verdict Reviews. With that, I will kick it back to let's see, Wazir of WAP, the Mauling Mastodon. Haven't done that one.
Nice.
JJ.
Dude, the Wazir of WAP gets me every time because all I think about is that fucking song. Anyway, with that, as always, we appreciate you tuning in. We'll catch you on the next one.
Boy.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Cinemagic out.